The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. Can you guess who is the author of this quote? Welcome, seekers of wisdom. Today, we embark on a journey through the timeless teachings of Stoicism. Together, we will uncover the profound ways to handle disrespect with grace and resilience. Stay with us, for what you will learn might just change how you perceive and react to the world around you. Disrespect can sting deeply, leaving us feeling belittled and angry. It's easy to let these negative emotions spiral out of control. But Stoicism teaches us a powerful lesson. Perception is key. The way we perceive and interpret disrespect can transform our experience of it. Zeno of Citium, the founder of Stoicism, once said, "We suffer not from the events in our lives, but from our judgment about them." In this scenario, the harsh truth about disrespect becomes clear. It is not the whispers or the glances that cause us pain, but our interpretation of them. We assume the worst, believing that their opinions define our worth. However, the Stoics urge us to shift our perspective. Instead of viewing disrespect as a reflection of our value, we should see it as a reflection of the other person's character and limitations. When faced with disrespect, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is this truly about me or more about them? Recognize that their words and actions stem from their own insecurities, biases, and misunderstandings. By reframing the situation, you reclaim your power and maintain your inner peace. Perception is a tool that allows us to transform adversity into opportunity. Every slight becomes a chance to practice patience, every insult a moment to demonstrate grace. By changing how we perceive disrespect, we can handle it with dignity and strength, reinforcing our inner citadel. Remember, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. The next time you encounter disrespect, take a step back and change your perspective. Embrace the Stoic wisdom that true strength lies not in altering others' opinions, but in mastering our own perceptions.
Picture yourself delivering a presentation you worked tirelessly on, only to be met with disinterest and criticism from your audience. Your hard work is dismissed, and you feel a burning sense of unfairness and frustration. How do you keep your composure? Disrespect can pierce deeply, especially when it invalidates our efforts and achievements. But Stoicism offers a powerful tool, the understanding that perception is key. Following the wisdom of Cleanthes, one of Zeno's most prominent students, "Lead me, O Zeus, and thou, O Destiny, the way that I am bid by you to go." This quote underscores the importance of aligning our perceptions with reality, rather than the distorted views of others. When we encounter disrespect, it's often the judgment of others that wounds us most. We instinctively seek validation and approval, making us vulnerable to external opinions. The harsh truth is that this need for validation can imprison us, tying our self-worth to the fickle and often uninformed opinions of others. In the scenario of the dismissed presentation, it's essential to pause and reflect. Why do their opinions affect me so deeply? Recognize that their criticism does not diminish the value of your work or your worth. It is merely a reflection of their perspective, shaped by their own biases, limitations, and experiences. Stoicism teaches us to cultivate indifference to external opinions. This doesn't mean we become insensitive or unresponsive, but rather that we detach our self-worth from others' judgments. By shifting our perception, we reclaim our inner peace and strength. Disrespect, then, becomes an opportunity to practice resilience and self-assurance. The Stoic approach encourages us to focus on what we can control: our actions, our responses, and our perceptions. By maintaining indifference to external opinions, we guard our inner citadel against the tumult of others' views. This shift in perception allows us to remain centered and composed, even in the face of disrespect. The next time you face criticism or disinterest, remember Cleanthes' wisdom. Let it guide you to align your perceptions with your own values and efforts, rather than the unpredictable opinions of others. Embrace the power of indifference to external opinion, and you will find that disrespect loses its power over you, leaving your inner strength intact and unshaken.
In the heart of ancient Rome, where honor and betrayal walked hand in hand, lived a gladiator named Marcus. His prowess in the arena was unparalleled, his skill with sword and shield earning him fame and the admiration of many. Among his closest confidants was Lucius, a fellow gladiator whom Marcus trusted like a brother. They had shared countless battles and celebrated many victories together, their camaraderie seemingly unbreakable. However, beneath Lucius's friendly exterior lurked a deep-seated envy. He coveted the glory and attention Marcus received, feeling overshadowed by his friend's success. Driven by jealousy, Lucius concocted a plan to bring Marcus down and seize the spotlight for himself. One evening, under the cover of darkness, Lucius approached the arena master with a fabricated tale. He accused Marcus of plotting an escape, a grave offense that threatened the very foundation of the gladiatorial games. Believing Lucius's lies, the arena master was furious. To make an example of Marcus and deter others from similar thoughts, he sentenced Marcus to fight in the next match without armor, a death sentence in all but name. When Marcus was dragged before the arena master and condemned, he did not flinch. He faced his accuser and his fate with unshakable calm. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. He recalled the words of the philosopher king Marcus Aurelius. These words echoed in his mind, reinforcing his inner resolve. In the cold solitude of his cell, Marcus reflected on his predicament. He could choose to be consumed by anger and betrayal, but instead he embraced his inner citadel. He understood that true strength lay within, in the control of his own thoughts and emotions, not in the external circumstances orchestrated by deceit and malice. The day of the match arrived. The Colosseum buzzed with anticipation, the crowd eager to witness the unarmored gladiator's fall. Marcus stepped into the arena, his body exposed but his spirit fortified. Across from him stood a heavily armored opponent, confident of an easy victory. The crowd jeered and taunted, expecting a swift and brutal end for Marcus. As the fight commenced, Marcus relied on his agility, intelligence, and extensive combat training. He danced around his opponent, avoiding heavy blows and waiting for the right moments to strike. His unarmored state, initially a disadvantage, became his strength. He moved with a swiftness that his encumbered adversary could not match. The crowd's jeers turned to gasps of amazement as Marcus deftly outmaneuvered his opponent. With each strategic move, Marcus demonstrated the power of inner strength and composure. His opponent, weighed down by armor and rage, grew increasingly frustrated and reckless. In a final, decisive moment, Marcus disarmed his opponent and forced him to yield, securing an unexpected and spectacular victory. The crowd erupted in applause, their admiration for Marcus's skill and resilience undeniable. Even the arena master, who had condemned him, nodded in reluctant approval. Lucius, watching from the sidelines, was left in disbelief and shame, his plan to destroy Marcus utterly foiled. Marcus walked out of the arena with his head held high, passing Lucius without a word. His victory was not just of the body, but of the spirit. He had proven that no betrayal, no disrespect, could shake the foundation of his inner citadel. He had embodied the Stoic ideal, showing that true strength lies not in the might of arms, but in the power of the mind. As he stood on a hill overlooking Rome at sunset, a serene expression on his face, Marcus reflected on his journey. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Marcus had dyed his soul with resilience, honor, and an unbreakable inner strength, teaching all who heard his story a timeless lesson in the art of handling disrespect.
Imagine you're in a heated meeting at work. You've just presented a well-researched proposal, only to have a colleague belittle your ideas with harsh, unwarranted criticism. The sting of disrespect is sharp, and your instinct is to defend yourself. How do you rise above? Disrespect often ignites our emotions, pushing us to react defensively or aggressively. But Stoicism guides us toward a higher path, responding with virtue. Cleanthes, a prominent Stoic philosopher, said, "As in a field, what is good grows with care, so in our mind what is good grows with daily practice." This reminds us that virtue is a habit cultivated through conscious effort. In the scenario of the contentious meeting, the harsh truth is that disrespect can derail our composure if we let it. Our immediate reaction might be to lash out or become defensive, but such responses only reinforce the negative energy directed at us. Instead, we can choose to respond with virtue, demonstrating patience, kindness, and wisdom. When faced with unwarranted criticism, pause and reflect on your response. Ask yourself, what would a virtuous person do in this situation? Recognize that your colleagues' harsh words reflect their own character, not yours. By maintaining indifference to their opinion, you free yourself from the emotional turmoil they intended to create. Stoicism teaches that we cannot control others' actions, but we can control our own responses. By responding with virtue, we rise above the fray and maintain our integrity. This doesn't mean we become passive or weak. Rather, it means we act with deliberate calm and reason, setting an example for others. In practice, this might mean calmly addressing the criticism with facts, or simply acknowledging it and moving on without letting it disturb your peace. By responding with virtue, you demonstrate strength and character, turning a potentially negative encounter into a testament to your resilience. Cleanthes' wisdom encourages us to nurture what is good within ourselves. The next time you face disrespect, let this guide you. Respond with virtue, not vengeance. Let your actions reflect your inner strength and commitment to Stoic principles. By doing so, you not only protect your inner peace, but also inspire others to rise above pettiness and negativity. In essence, when disrespect comes your way, let your response be a beacon of virtue. Indifference to external opinion, coupled with a virtuous response, transforms adversity into an opportunity for growth and demonstrates the true power of Stoic resilience.
You've just completed a major project at work, pouring your heart and soul into every detail. During the review meeting, your boss dismisses your efforts with a single, curt remark. The sting of disrespect is sharp, and your ego screams for validation. How do you keep your self-worth intact? Disrespect can cut deep, especially when it undermines our hard work and dedication. But the harsh truth is that our suffering often stems from our own ego. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wisely said, "It is not the things themselves that disturb men, but their judgments about these things." By detaching from our ego, we can liberate ourselves from the power of external opinions. In the scenario of the dismissed project, the immediate reaction might be one of hurt and indignation. Our ego demands recognition and praise, and when it's denied, we feel disrespected. However, Stoicism teaches us to look beyond our ego and focus on our inner virtues. Ask yourself, why do I need their approval to validate my efforts? Understand that the value of your work is intrinsic and not contingent upon others' recognition. By detaching from the ego, you can maintain your sense of self-worth regardless of external feedback. This shift in perspective allows you to view criticism and disrespect through a different lens. Rather than seeing it as a personal attack, recognize it as a reflection of the other person's limitations or misunderstandings. This detachment doesn't mean you ignore constructive feedback. It means you process it without letting it affect your self-esteem. Detaching from the ego helps cultivate indifference to external opinion. When you no longer seek validation from others, you gain true freedom. You are able to focus on your own growth and actions, guided by your inner values rather than the fluctuating opinions of those around you. In practice, when facing disrespect, take a deep breath and remind yourself of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. Your worth is not diminished by others' judgments. By letting go of the ego's need for validation, You can respond with calm and clarity, turning a potentially negative experience into an opportunity for growth. Next time you encounter disrespect, let go of the ego's grip. Embrace the Stoic principle of detachment, and you'll find that external opinions lose their power over you. Your inner strength and self-worth remain intact, guided by your own values and wisdom. This practice not only shields you from the sting of disrespect, but also fosters a deeper sense of peace and resilience. You are at a family gathering, excited to share a new idea or achievement. As you begin to speak, a relative interrupts with a dismissive comment, undermining your enthusiasm. The sting of disrespect is immediate, and you feel a surge of frustration. How do you remain composed? Disrespect can strike at our core, especially when it comes from those close to us. The harsh truth is that such encounters are inevitable, but our response is within our control. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." This reminds us that our reaction should be guided by our inner principles rather than external provocations. In the scenario of the dismissive relative, the immediate urge might be to retaliate or withdraw in hurt. However, Stoicism teaches us the importance of patience and tolerance. Instead of reacting impulsively, we should pause and reflect. Why does this person's opinion affect me so deeply? Practicing patience allows us to take a step back and understand that everyone is entitled to their own perspective, no matter how harsh or misguided it may seem. By tolerating their viewpoint, we acknowledge that their disrespect reflects their own biases and insecurities, not our worth. Tolerance involves recognizing that people are often unaware of the impact of their words and actions. They may act out of their own frustrations or misunderstandings. By exercising patience, we give ourselves the space to respond thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. This approach helps us remain indifferent to external opinions. When we practice patience and tolerance, we create a buffer between ourselves and the negativity directed at us. We choose to respond with calm and composure, upholding our dignity and integrity. In practice, this might mean calmly acknowledging the relative's comment and steering the conversation back to your point without letting the interruption derail your mood. It involves maintaining your inner peace and not allowing their words to provoke an emotional reaction. Seneca's wisdom guides us to understand that our journey is about mastering our own responses. By practicing patience and tolerance, we fortify our inner citadel against the impact of disrespect. This not only shields us from the immediate sting but also fosters a long-term resilience. Next time you face disrespect, remember Seneca's advice. Let patience and tolerance be your anchors. By doing so, you will navigate the turbulent seas of external opinions with grace, maintaining your course toward inner peace and strength. This practice transforms disrespect into an opportunity for growth, showcasing the power of Stoic resilience.
You've worked tirelessly on a creative project, pouring your heart and soul into every detail. When you finally present it, a respected peer dismisses it with a flippant remark. The sting of disrespect is sharp, and you feel your hard work has been invalidated. How do you move forward? Disrespect can be profoundly disheartening, especially when it undermines our efforts and passions. The harsh truth is that we cannot control how others perceive or react to our work. However, we can control our responses and attitudes. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In the scenario of the dismissed creative project, it's natural to feel hurt and defensive. Our instinct might be to argue or withdraw. However, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, rather than external opinions. When faced with such disrespect, pause and reflect. What can I control in this situation? Recognize that you cannot change your peer's opinion or their dismissive attitude. What you can control is your reaction. You can choose to view their criticism as an opportunity to learn and grow, or simply as a reflection of their own limitations and biases. By focusing on what you can control, you reclaim your power. You shift your energy from trying to influence others' perceptions to improving yourself and your work. This perspective not only helps you maintain your composure, but also fosters resilience and personal growth. This approach aligns with the Stoic principle of indifference to external opinion. By concentrating on your own actions and mindset, you detach your self-worth from others' judgments. This doesn't mean ignoring all feedback, but rather evaluating it objectively and constructively, without letting it dictate your emotional state. In practice, this might mean taking a deep breath, acknowledging the peer's comment without letting it derail your confidence, and considering any valid points they might have. It involves reminding yourself of the effort and dedication you put into your project, regardless of external validation. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom guides us to focus inwardly, nurturing our own strengths and virtues. By doing so, we build an inner citadel that is resilient to external slights and criticisms. Next time you face disrespect, remember to focus on what you can control. Let this principle guide you to respond with calm and clarity, turning potential setbacks into opportunities for self-improvement. This practice not only shields you from the impact of disrespect, but also strengthens your inner resolve and peace. In the bustling city of London, a respected philosophy professor named Alex Stevens dedicated his life to teaching the principles of ancient wisdom. His lectures at a prestigious university attracted students from all walks of life, eager to learn from his insights into Stoicism, ethics, and the human condition. Among his favorite quotes was one from Marcus Aurelius: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." One day, Alex found himself at the center of a storm. He had published an article criticizing the university administration's decision to accept funding from a corporation known for unethical practices. His article went viral, sparking debates across the academic world and beyond. While many applauded his courage, the university administration did not. They saw his actions as a direct challenge to their authority and decided to make an example of him. Alex was called into a meeting with the university's board of directors. He was told in no uncertain terms that his tenure was being revoked and that he was no longer welcome at the institution he had served for over 2 decades. The news spread quickly, and soon Alex was facing not only the loss of his position, but also public vilification from those loyal to the university. Despite the overwhelming sense of injustice, Alex remained calm. He remembered the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." He knew that while he couldn't control the actions of the university, he could control his response to them. In the days following his dismissal, Alex received numerous messages of support from students and colleagues. However, he also faced a barrage of criticism and disrespect from those who sided with the administration. Instead of reacting with anger or despair, Alex chose to embody the Stoic virtues he had taught for so many years. He decided to turn his exile into an opportunity. Alex began to write a book on modern applications of Stoicism, drawing from his recent experiences. He also started an online platform where he could continue teaching and engaging with students worldwide. His lectures, now streamed live, attracted even larger audiences than before, resonating with people facing their own challenges and injustices. Alex's story spread, inspiring many who felt marginalized or wronged by powerful institutions. His calm and resilient response to his situation demonstrated the profound impact of Stoic principles in the modern world. He showed that true strength lies not in external validation, but in maintaining one's integrity and purpose in the face of adversity. Months later, Alex was invited to speak at various international forums. His insights into handling disrespect and adversity were widely celebrated. He became a sought-after speaker, sharing his wisdom on resilience, ethical leadership, and the power of maintaining one's inner citadel. Through his journey, Alex exemplified the Stoic ideal that what stands in the way becomes the way. His forced departure from the university, initially seen as a setback, became the catalyst for a new and impactful chapter in his life. He turned personal injustice into a platform for greater influence, helping countless others navigate their own struggles with dignity and strength. In the end, Alex's story was a testament to the timeless relevance of Stoic philosophy. By focusing on what he could control and responding with virtue, he transformed disrespect into an opportunity for growth and positive change, embodying the essence of Marcus Aurelius's wisdom in the modern world.
You're in a team meeting, passionately presenting your innovative idea. Suddenly, a colleague interrupts, dismissing your proposal with a condescending tone. The sting of disrespect is palpable, and the room grows tense. How do you respond? Disrespect can challenge our patience and professionalism, especially in a public setting. The harsh truth is that such moments test our character and leadership. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This wisdom guides us to lead by example, showing others how to handle disrespect with dignity and grace. In the scenario of the interrupted meeting, the immediate reaction might be to counter the rudeness or to retreat in frustration. However, Stoicism teaches us the power of leading by example. Instead of reacting defensively, take a deep breath and focus on maintaining your composure. Ask yourself, how can I turn this moment into a lesson in respect and professionalism? By responding calmly and thoughtfully, you demonstrate resilience and set a standard for others. Acknowledge your colleague's point with courtesy, then calmly steer the discussion back to the merits of your proposal. This approach not only diffuses tension, but also models respectful discourse for the entire team. Leading by example involves demonstrating the behavior you wish to see in others. It means handling disrespect without compromising your values or stooping to the same level. By embodying Stoic principles, you show others that true strength lies in self-control and integrity. This approach fosters a positive and respectful environment, inspiring others to follow suit. Your colleagues will notice your ability to remain calm under pressure and may begin to emulate your behavior. Over time, this can lead to a more collaborative and respectful workplace culture. Epictetus's wisdom reminds us that our reactions define us more than external events. By leading by example, you turn moments of disrespect into opportunities for growth and positive influence. You show that respect is earned through consistent, principled behavior, not demanded through retaliation. Next time you face disrespect, remember to lead by example. Respond with calmness, respect, and thoughtfulness. By doing so, you not only handle the situation with grace, but also inspire others to adopt a similar approach, fostering a culture of mutual respect and understanding. This practice not only shields you from the negative impact of disrespect, but also elevates your leadership and integrity in the eyes of others. Imagine you're at a social gathering, sharing an idea you're passionate about. Suddenly, someone cuts you off, mocking your thoughts in front of everyone. The sting of disrespect burns, and your initial reaction is a desire to retaliate. How do you channel this energy positively? Disrespect can ignite a fierce urge for revenge, but the harsh truth is that seeking retribution often leads to more harm than resolution. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." This wisdom encourages us to seek wisdom and understanding rather than giving in to the destructive cycle of revenge. In the scenario of the social gathering, it's natural to feel humiliated and defensive. However, Stoicism teaches us to rise above the impulse for revenge and instead pursue a path of wisdom. Reflect on the situation and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? By seeking wisdom, you shift your focus from the hurtful action to the opportunity for personal growth. This might involve understanding the insecurities or motivations behind the disrespectful behavior. Perhaps the person is struggling with their own issues, or maybe they lack social awareness. Recognizing this can help you respond with empathy rather than anger. Responding with wisdom involves maintaining your composure and addressing the situation calmly. You might say, "I see you have a different perspective. Let's discuss it further." This approach not only diffuses the tension, but also demonstrates your strength and maturity. Seeking wisdom over revenge allows you to transform negative experiences into opportunities for learning and self-improvement. It helps you maintain your dignity and integrity, showing others the power of a measured, thoughtful response. Epictetus's wisdom reminds us that true strength lies in understanding and growth, not in perpetuating conflict. By seeking wisdom, you break the cycle of negativity and elevate your character. You turn moments of disrespect into stepping stones for greater insight and resilience. Next time you face disrespect, remember to seek wisdom, not revenge. Focus on what you can learn and how you can grow. This practice not only shields you from the corrosive effects of revenge, but also enriches your life with deeper understanding and strength. By embodying this Stoic principle, you handle disrespect with grace and transform adversity into personal and philosophical growth. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength, Marcus Aurelius once said. In the face of disrespect, remember, your power lies within. Embrace the Stoic path, seek wisdom, and let your inner strength guide you. If you found value in this journey through Stoic wisdom, subscribe to our channel and like this video. Join us, and let the teachings of the ancients light your path in the modern world.